that you do.
John, I want to bring you in here because, of course, there's always a question of how it can be used. I mean, is it the idea that you are using it as a training, meaning everything is looked at in retrospect and what has already happened as opposed to in real time? But we have seen officers, for example, saying things like, stop resisting, talking about in Memphis their version of events, the narrative that's been crafted. If this is just a language system, is it possible to then maybe game the system?
Well, I think what you're seeing is a struggle that police departments are having to get more out of their body cameras. Right now, if there's a critical incident, they can go back to the body cameras, they can rewind history, and they can look at it in almost real time. But what are you getting out of the 35,000 body cameras from New York City police officers, or the 9,000 in LA, or the 2,000 in Memphis when there isn't a critical incident? What are you learning about performance? So you can look at them randomly, but tools like Trulio will flag ones of interest for you that'll push those to the top, that'll allow you to commend good behavior, look at critical behavior. There's another system called ATLAS, brought forward by Jonathan Parham, a New Jersey police chief, that's less technology-driven on the AI side and more clinical. In the ATLAS model, it says, if the police department is the patient, where are your problems? Is it on domestic violence incidents? Is it on pedestrian stops? Are you getting most of your civilian complaints from car stops? And they'll pull those incidents and they'll sit with the officer and play them their tapes with the department policy alongside it. And they'll say, this is you, this is the policy. Are you doing it right? Are you doing it wrong? And then you learn two important things, Laura. Number one, if lots of them are doing it outside the policy, then you have to ask yourself, what's wrong with the training that the officers don't get the policy? Do we need to fix something on our end as managers? Or if it's a small number of officers, we need to get them retrained. So these tools are finding their way to improve police departments using the technology for more than just recording the past.
And you're right about the idea to also identify essentially what we talk about, what the culture of policing in that department may ultimately be. Chief Adrian Diaz, John Miller, thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.